Okay, here we go. The one episode that hasn't been recorded yet. The New All in the Family, episode 29. Fade in. Previously on The New All in the Family. Internal. UC Irvine, Dean's office, day. Dean Watkins is sitting at his desk across from Mike. Dean Watkins. Complaint was filed against you for sexual harassment. Cut to Mike. You're letting me go, aren't you? Dean Watkins. Unfortunately, Mike, yes. Internal. Hospital patient room, day. Dr. Morfield is sitting with Kamala. Dr. Morfield, serious concern. Kamala. Samantha has a lot of serious issues going on. Cut to. She's got post-traumatic stress on top of everything. It's going to be there in your face, whether you're ready for it or not. Cut to. Internal. The house. Living room, day. Joey. What do you mean you lost everything? Mike. The school was very harsh with me. They cut everything because, according to what the dean told me, they were facing a very damaging lawsuit if this went public. Cut to Mike. I may have to pull back some of my support. Cut to Joey. Dad, stop stressing. I'll ask Ma for help. Mike, upset. No! Cut. They're going to go to college, even if it's on the last penny I got. Joey. You're being foolish, Dad. Ma's around and can help. I wish you two would put aside your stupid quarrel. Internal. Hospital patient room, day. Dr. Morfield is sitting with Kamala. Dr. Morfield. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a very pernicious health disorder. That means that, although in many cases it can improve with treatment on a steady slope, many people unfortunately get repeated relapses. Kamala's attention and interest are piqued. Dr. Morfield. You could easily not see them coming. Cut to Kamala. Don't worry. Cut to Samantha's someone I love. Cut to I'm in it for the long haul. Internal, the house, living room, day. Joey, getting up. I think it's time for a beer. Cut to I better check on the kid, too. He's probably already eaten us out of house and home, which ain't gonna bode well for you, I guess. Which reminds me, I gotta find my wife. Mike. Oh my God, that's right, she disappeared too. Thought she'd be back by now. Joey. Well, then you've got yourself your first chore. Mike. You want me to find Giselle? Joey. No, I meant go shopping. Come. Let me show you why. He goes into the kitchen. Mike gets up and follows. Internal, the house, kitchen, night. The two men enter and discover Josh with 2 empty bags of cookies, 3 empty soda bottles, and Josh feeling caught with his mouth obviously full and stained with chocolate. Cut to Joey, signals toward fridge to Mike. Come, look. Cut to Joey, to Josh. Now that you got all that sugar energy in you, you can start scrubbing your room. Internal, Jenny's living room, night. Giselle, slumped across Jenny's couch, is talking on her phone. Jenny is in the background, straightening up around her but keeping tuned into her conversation. Giselle. I got really scared when you didn't pick up, and this one must have been sleeping like any normal person after a night on the town just trying to get a break. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover, filtered. What one? Giselle. Oh, I'm sorry. Jenny. Listens for response. My friend is taking care of me now, so I can get some rest, which I can't get at home, which is why I left. Now you get it? Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover, filtered. Dang, why can't you get rest at home? Speaking of what normal people would do. Jenny. In all fairness, sorry to cut in. Kids are not like we used to be. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover, filtered. Oh, so you think you were easier to raise? You try pacifying a kid with no cell phone to get lost in. You guys have a breeze compared to what we had. Giselle. Okay, Ma. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover, filtered. So is your husband cheating on you or not? Oh, what am I saying? You'd never find out if he was. Giselle, he's not cheating. He's just busy and a pain in the ass. So what else is new? It's the kids that got me to come here. All I wanted was a place to crash. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. And give Joey the chance to bring his girlfriend into your bed? Sharp thinking on your part. Giselle, no, Ma, you got it all wrong. He's not cheating. If anyone's going to be cheating, Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. Well, it ain't going to be you. You're just not that kind of person. You wouldn't be able to pick up anybody. Giselle, all right, Ma, I'm going to hang up if you're going to insult me. Plus, I still need to get that sleep I haven't gotten in years. I just called you because Jenny wasn't answering at first, and I was just too upset and out of it. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. Well, excuse me for having a life. So what was up with the kids? Giselle, I can't even go into it. I'll tell you another time. I just freaked out and wasn't thinking straight because the house was total chaos, and I was really desperate for sleep. Plus, really scared because I didn't know anyone else I could turn to. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. Told you it was a bad idea to settle in California. You should have come home and grown up a straight Christian girl. Giselle, what do you mean grown up? I was pushing 30, in case you forgot. I was a mostly mature adult woman choosing a mostly mature adult man. You mean to tell me those men back home are any better? Joey's responsible for a man. He earns a paycheck. He's running an auto repair business. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. What kind of career is that? You married down. You could have married a banker, a pastor, a real businessman with a desk. Giselle, come on, Ma. Life's changed a whole lot since everybody worked in an office. Besides, Joey's got his own office with a desk. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. Oh, come on. You mean that ramshackle, dirty, greasy counter that he's got to stand at just to be at? I mean a private office with a computer and real office chairs and a carpet. Giselle, plus, I am a straight Christian girl. Just because I live here doesn't mean I can't be straight up and normal. Jenny smiles knowingly. Giselle, quietly to Jenny. Not a word to anyone. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. Oh, yeah? Well, how come you went drinking and told me you have no place to stay? What do you expect me to believe? Giselle, hey, everybody needs a break once in a while. Roseanne, Giselle's mom, voiceover filtered. Not with Jesus, you don't. Giselle, okay, Ma, I'm going to hang up. Thanks for calling me back. Jenny laughs, shaking her head slightly. And this is where the theme song comes in. Internal hospital, Samantha's room, night. Dr. Morfield and Kamala enter. Samantha, lying in her bed, crying, immediately turns away from them and pulls the covers around her to shield herself. Kamala immediately goes over to her, sits by her, and tries to hold and comfort her, but Samantha pulls away. Dr. Morfield keeps his distance and observes. Samantha, partially muffled. What took you so long? Kamala, trying to massage her neck, shoulder region. Honey, I'm sorry. Samantha pushes her arm off her and tries to curl up even more out of sight of them. Kamala, turning to Dr. Morfield. What do I do? Dr. Morfield, with professional kindness. Samantha? He waits briefly through the uncomfortable silence as Kamala also waits and Samantha won't talk. Dr. Morfield. Is it okay if we talk? Samantha, suddenly. What took you so long? What are you trying to keep a secret from me? What are you plotting against me? Dr. Morfield. No, Samantha, that's not what... Samantha. Why'd you leave me so long? You know you were my only two friends. Kamala. Of course we are, honey. We did it to help you. Samantha. No, you didn't. I don't need that kind of help. Why'd you go away and talk behind my back? You think you're smarter than dumb me? I know that's what you're thinking. You're plotting something against me, I know. Kamala. No, it's not like that at all. Dr. Morfield. Let her finish. Samantha. Well, guess what? Plan derailed. I'm not letting either of you touch me. I'm going to be on my own from now on. And tell your stupid nurses to keep their hands off me too. To Dr. Morfield, then back to both. And you, trying to placate me. I know that's just a ruse. I'm done with you and your psychology, And I'm done with your Black Lives Matter. What about my life? Suddenly my life doesn't matter? It's like the popular girls at school all over again. I don't need this. I could get this being ignored and shoved aside at home. Kamala looks upset and shows a flare of quiet anger. Dr. Morfield. Samantha. Oh, I'm not finished yet. You can quit your mumbo-jumbo psycho job. And I'm going straight now and find a real boyfriend. A white one with no baggage. Because of you, I had to go through this. I was trying to support you, and you turned on me. Dr. Morfield. Samantha, I needed to talk to Kamala, but not to plot Kamala. No, this has gone too far. That's it. I don't need to take this. Samantha freezes with fear, while Dr. Morfield puts his arm out to stop Kamala, looking at her knowingly. Samantha cries and sobs. Samantha. Oh no, I did it again. Dr. Morfield holds Samantha. She leans into him for comfort. Kamala, a little shock mixed into her anger, holds back, trying not to show emotion. Dr. Morfield. It's okay, you're free to say what you need to. Samantha to Kamala. Are you going to leave me now? Kamala with extreme difficulty. I don't know. I've been nothing but supportive. And you said some really hurtful things just now. I think maybe Samantha. Well, more tears. It hurts when you're two best friends. Dr. Morfield, slightly on edge, unusual for him. Wait a minute, Samantha. I needed to speak to Kamala. Kamala. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea. Dr. Morfield, clearly upset. Hang on, let me finish. Samantha, your friend needs support, too. And that doesn't mean we think any less of you. It was my idea and not hers. You have PTSD, and that affects the people around you. I needed to help her process this so incidents like just what's happening now don't cause her, or you for that matter, to have and act on emotions which could be unhelpful and even detrimental to both of you or either of you. And Kamala, what happened to you were in it for the long haul? Kamala, equivocal, angry, hesitating, breathing in and out. Honestly, the other two look to her with anticipation. Kamala, don't look at me like that. I thought you said I need to get support for myself too, remember? Dr. Morfield. But I also said clearly and firmly that Samantha's not in a position right now to give that support. Kamala. So what are you telling me? Dr. Morfield. I'm telling you that you need to. Around Samantha, you need to not say the first thing that comes to mind. But you also have to be honest with yourself about how you feel. You're in limbo. You know that staying in this relationship will demand a lot of your time, energy, and emotions. But you also told me you were not going to give up on it. Samantha got mad because we went in the other room for a long time. You got to cut her slack there. But she also changed and softened as soon as she thought you were serious about leaving her. You stood up for yourself, and you got something in exchange. You had a victory. Both girls cut in almost simultaneously, but Dr. Morfield cuts them off. Samantha, I said I'm sorry. Come on, no actual... Dr. Morfield, no, you didn't say you're sorry. But you did feel remorseful, so for now that will do. In the future, we'll work on helping you navigate problems that come up in relationships, which is new ground for all teenagers, and also learning to communicate clearly so you don't have to get drawn into extreme emotions. Now, Kamala, our main goal is to help Samantha heal the best way possible, not spin around from this emotion to that. She's looking to you for support. Maybe you can't always give it the way she wants. And Samantha, I will help you do the work to process what goes on around you better and strengthen trust in the people who are important to you, including your parents. We'll work on helping you get stronger emotionally so you can be the source of your own support and even others, and not need to put this all on your girlfriend. The way things are now, it's not healthy for either of you, But you can change, and I will guide you carefully, step by step. Kamala, you do have a lot more on your plate than I suspect you've taken on, whether intentionally or not, way beyond your capacity as or anyone's for that matter, as a human being. I strongly suggest you go into therapy because you do need it, especially as a teen growing up with adult-sized problems. I believe you two have something very special I'd hate to see. Samantha, all of a sudden. She was raped by her dad when she was 6. The whole mood stops and shifts drastically. Dr. Morfield. Is that the history you didn't want to tell me before? Kamala, upset at Samantha. Thanks a lot. I told you that in secret. Dr. Morfield. I'm so sorry you're carrying this. But it does help me understand a great deal more, even in terms of my helping Samantha process everything she's going through. But Samantha, you shouldn't betray someone's confidence. Ever. But now that I know it, and please keep it confidential from now on, Samantha, it really helps. Samantha, I wasn't going to tell anyone else. Dr. Morfield, Kamala, this is important information that helps me understand better your thinking and how you process things. And it makes it also really clear now that you can't keep holding it together through life, because no matter how strong you are, and you are strong, very strong, it's going to make life more and more painful and difficult. You need to seek out and accept help, emotional support, because you're going to need it more and more to function and be happy in today's world. Kamala, all right. I got to process this. Give me some time. Dr. Morfield, all right, that's fine. But I just want to leave you with this thought. Do you want to process it alone? It helps to bounce it off someone else, and this is a very safe environment. It doesn't have to be me. You can look around, and I can give you some references if you'd like. But your life is filled with two big assaults. Some tough realities, both chosen and unchosen. And now you are with someone who requires special support. It's a lot to carry alone. I believe you are both together because you both feel in very different ways like an outsider to society, which is really toxic in a teenage environment, where fitting in is so much of an issue that we sometimes forget to care for ourselves and cherish who we are. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me repeat the last line I said, which is a long one. I'm sorry. But these interruptions do happen, and it's just something we got to learn to live with. All right. The last sentence begins, it's a lot to carry. Well, actually, I believe you are both together because you both feel in very different ways like an outsider to society, which is really toxic in a teenage environment, where fitting in is so much of an issue that we sometimes forget to care for ourselves and cherish who we are. Kamala smiles in recognition, trying desperately to hold back tears. Dr. Morfield, and you even mentioned it just now, Samantha. Samantha, I did? When? How? Dr. Morfield, you see in each other a fellow marginalized person, and that draws you, starts to tear up with emotion, to each other. I'm sorry. The girls feel his caring and love, Samantha especially, whose tears are now of identification. Dr. Morfield, I really want you to succeed in your love, because it will send a strong message to so many people, but what matters most is the happiness of each of you, and I'm doing everything I can, way beyond my professional duties to either of you, because I really care about both of you from the bottom of my heart. Samantha moves toward the side of the bed closer to them and gets up and puts her arms around him and hugs him. Samantha, thank you, Doctor. Kamala is processing all this, detached. Samantha, come on, honey, please join us. This hug's for you, too. Kamala accesses and leans in, albeit semi-reluctantly, to join the hug, still tense and detached. Dr. Morfield extends his arm around her, and Samantha very passionately leans into her, holding her tight. Samantha, don't be afraid. It's going to be all right. We're all human. Dr. Morfield steps back from the hug, leaving the two girls to each other, Samantha clinging to Kamala, who is still in discomfort. Dr. Morfield, wow. Whatever this was, this is exactly the support you need, Kamala. That I was telling you. Samantha, I'm really surprised because I had warned her not to expect anything like this from you. But I'm glad I was wrong. Samantha, that's because you really don't know me. Next time, check with me. This seems to lighten and brighten up Kamala's disposition. Internal, the house, kitchen, night. Joey is handing Josh a broom. There we go. Joey is handing Josh a broom, dustpan, and a mop. Joey, make sure you get it all up. I'm going to train you for real work, because between your grandpa getting fired and you're always doing something stupid, college is just not on your horizon. So you're Josh. I never said Josh. I never said that. I'm very serious. I'm smart, I'm bright, and I'm going to make it happen. Joey, oh yeah? Josh, just like I made it happen with all those other things, which few other guys my age. Joey shakes head negatively. Well, then you can start by pushing a broom and a mop. Less talk, more work. Show me what you got. Josh takes the broom and partly feebly and sloppily, partly angry and determined, pushes it across the floor, little dust visible. Joey, should have taught you this years ago. Here, let me show you how to do it the right way. Josh, how do you know there even is a right way? Joey, ignoring him, expertly moves the broom in small sweeps, resulting in a pile of dust, dirt, and other particles becoming visible in a small pile. Joey, you gotta first collect all the dust with small sweeps, and then get it in the dustpan, and then go back and do it again to make sure you don't miss any. Don't just drag it across the floor thinking that's gonna do anything. Now you do it. Josh, with perturbation. I only got it started. Joey, what'd I just tell you? Take over from where I left off. Show me how good a listener you are. That's going to matter on any job, no matter what type of work, even computers and brain stuff. You're going to have to learn how to do things by listening, making mistakes, and starting all over again. And no talking back. Bosses don't like that. I even fired good workers. I even fired a good worker. See, this was a first draft, so that's why I'm catching the typos. I even fired a good worker because he thought he knew better what was good for the store. Josh, you're not like most bosses. Joey, what did I just say? Move. Come on, ain't got all day. You already docked 10 minutes for your bullshit. You want to make it another 10? Joey tries in small sweeps like Josh tries in small sweeps like Joey showed him. Not as well as Joey did it. Joey, nah, not like that. You gotta put your heart and soul into it. Josh, how do I put my heart and soul into something I hate? Joey, you force yourself, because if you don't, there ain't gonna be no school for you except boot camp, which actually isn't the worst thing. Josh tries again to do small sweeps, looking frustrated and confused. Joey, pay attention. Look for the dirt. Don't just move a mop aimlessly. It's a miracle any girl came looking for you. His phone rings. Joey, yeah? What is it? You at the store? Intercut, internal, supermarket aisle, night. Mike is with a big shopping cart filled with few items, a hardly impressive amount, looking lost and depressed. Mike, I'm having trouble finding a few things. Joey, so? Mike, I thought maybe you could help. Joey, help you? What are you, an invalid? You want me to drop everything and come over there? What was the whole point of sending you in the first place? Suddenly catching sight of Josh. Hey, where do you think you're going? Josh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Joey. Oh, no, you don't. There'll be plenty of time for that when you digest all the crap that you just plowed into you and you start belching. You just stay put and finish the job. To Mike. And as for you, buddy boy, buddy man, whatever you are, why don't you just ask somebody? Mike. There's nobody here to ask. Every time you go to them, they brush you off and they say they're sorry, they're busy. Or they say they'll get someone to help, but no one ever comes. Joey, first part to Josh. And this is a college professor. You sure you still want to go to a place where you get taught by idiots like this? Hey, I got an idea. Have you ever thought of asking a customer? It's like now I got 2 delinquents to manage. Mike, you don't have to be insulting. Josh. Yeah, Grandpa. Yeah, actually that should be Pa. Yeah, Pa. Okay. Joey to Josh. You just keep sweeping. You're starting to get it. Josh with urgency. I gotta pee, really, Dad. You don't want another accident. Mike, no, you don't want that, Joey. Joey, all right, you finish up here, and then you pee, and then it's time to do the big cleanup of your room. Top to bottom. I'm going to inspect, so don't try to cut corners this time. Josh running to bathroom. Thanks. Joey, wait a minute, I didn't say that, but he's already gone. Mike, I'm sorry, Joey, I'm just not myself since this happened. Joey, you're trying to cheer me up? Well, guess what? Whatever you turned into, I don't like that person either. If you're going to help out, you got to be able to do simple common sense things like find a bunch of items on supermarket shelves. Mike, have you ever been to a supermarket lately? They've gotten so huge. It's like doing a marathon, just getting from one end to the other, looking for just one item. Joey, so you divide it by section. Meat, dairy, produce, frozen, and you write it down. Mike, yeah, I just got this huge change of life thrust at me. I'm not prepared yet. I gotta go through the mourning period. Joey, over a frickin' job? Are you kidding me? And you say huge? Let me tell you something about huge. Huge is a little kid who lost his father, and he and his mother can't afford the rich house he knew was home, so they have to move all the way across the country where they have no idea how they'll get by, no friends, no nobody, just a grandfather who was already running a wayward house for the children of delinquent relatives. But they still managed somehow. And so will you. You want huge? Well, you ain't got any huge at all. You're just feeling sorry for yourself. You got a family who loves you, and I just gave you a big chance to help us out in our own time of need and make yourself useful. So don't mess it up now. Mike's phone rings. Fade out, internal, the house, kitchen. Solo, internal, supermarket, man. Gotta go, Joey. Hello? Arnius? What's going on? Pause, listens. Yeah, I know. I had to take a permanent leave of absence. It was very sudden. I'm sorry I was unable to get in touch with you. Pause. Yeah, I know, Arnie. Please forgive me. I'm having a rough time right now. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk about it sometime. Pause. It's a family matter. I really can't go into it now. Pause. It's all in the family. The school had nothing to do with it. Yeah, I know it's going to be rough for you. Just be creative. I have faith in you. Okay, thanks. But if you want to help me find grocery items... Hello? Arnie? To self. How did they manage to hang up without me hearing anything? I know my hearing aids are in and turned up. Internal, Jenny's house, bedroom, night. Giselle and Jenny are in Jenny's and Tom's bed together. Under the sheets, lying closely next to each other. Giselle. I'm still afraid Tom's going to walk in on us. Jenny. Well, after all the women I found him in bed with him, it's my turn for him to find a woman in bed with me for a change. Giselle. So I'm like your revenge sex. That's all. Jenny. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Fade out. Okay, thank you very much.